What is up, YouTube? First and foremost, I am Cloud Envy. Let me welcome you to Season 3 of the WPF. We are on week number 1, and our first opponent is Carlos, coach of the Gateway Gardevoirs. And I am so excited to be here. Unfortunately, I did not get a draft analysis up for you, but we can still kind of fit one in, because I have a team here. You don't really know what we're doing with it, but it's going to be fun. But I want to start this week off with saying I did not prep anywhere near as well as I could have or should have with this team. Carlos is not a bad player. He also has a very big arsenal. He has Aerodactyl, Azumarill, Metagross, Hydreigon, Snorlax, and Megalopunny. That's just against us. We got some threats of our own. We have Leavanny, we have Salamence, Sandslash, Sylveon, Slowking, and the Gengar. We didn't bring Mega Gallade. Didn't think it'd be super useful here. But, I mean, we've got a powerful squad. At the same time, I really just kind of threw stuff together. We have an Assault Vest Slowking, which his team is threatening. This is not necessary. It wasn't necessary. I was panicking to kind of just throw something together. It's the holiday season. I haven't gotten a chance to sit at my computer for more than like 5 minutes. So we kind of just threw stuff here, threw stuff there. I did a lot of planning like at my job. But what we have is Leavanny's here basically to set up Sticky Web. That's what she's doing. We've got Lady Cobra throwing his Sticky Webs out there. 100 speed. Max attack Life Orb, because I know there's going to be a point where Leavanny's out. Not even that. If Metagross is out and he's throwing Meteor Mashes around, I have just enough HP investment in Leavanny to send her out there. She will live. I made the HP investment, so if he gets one boost, if we throw her out there, predicting a Meteor Mash, and he gets the boost, we'll still live 2 after that. So we've invested HP, and I put enough attack into it, maxed it out, so a knockoff, while it has an item, a knockoff with the item should do around 70% minimum. So it shouldn't have any problem taking out Metagross 1v1. And that's just Leavanny, and we got the Sticky Web. Salamence, oh boy, Salamence. He's rocking the Choice Scarf. Is it a mix set? No, it's not a mix set, because I had to max this thing's attack out just to have an Aerial Ace deal a minimum 86% damage to a Megalopunny, and that's insane. It's crazy how there's no like real flying stab outside of like Brave Bird. But it's not too bad though. I mean, I think it works out pretty well, I guess. It's fast. Sandslash is our dedicated rock tank. He's out to sell the rocks. He's out to eat his. It can, I think it's 3 or 4 hit KO'd by Megalopunny's Ice Punch. Past that, Return doesn't do jack. Fake Out doesn't do jack. We're fine with Dr. Sawbones. Next, we have Sylveon. That's Rhiannon, for people who are familiar with Fleetwood Mac. I think it fits pretty well. My entire team's named after songs, but that's what we had the draft analysis for. Rhiannon is mostly Cleric. I gave it enough special attack investment. I don't want to say I gave it a ton. I gave it just enough to be able to hit Azumarill hard enough. So if it's carrying the Citrus Berry, it's not going to be heal up to Belly Drum. And that's the plan there. Because Azumarill's not a bad switch in for Sylveon. This is provided Metagross is already dead. We have Shadow Ball for the Metagross, so that should still put in a good amount. It's not going to kill, it does. With the investment I have, it'll do around a third, depending on whether he's Assault Vested or not. We already covered Assault Vest Slowbro, wow, Assault Vest Slowking, brain damage over there, because that was brain damage planning. No point in Assault Vest Slowking in this match. The main threat against Slowking was Hydreigon, which is going to kill it anyway, so kind of dropped the ball there. Next, I couldn't decide on a 6th because I couldn't find anything that I specifically needed, so I figured, you know what, Gengar's pretty much good anywhere. Let's throw a Scarf on it and give it 4 random good attacks. That's fine. Let's gen right now. I need to battle. So, we planned 4 out of 6. I don't think that's too bad. It could be worse. But let's see how this battle goes. Again, he has Aerodactyl, he has Azumarill, Metagross, Hydreigon, Snorlax, and the Mega Lopunny. Those are all pretty decent threats by themselves. Hopefully, we can stand up to it. So let's get this rolling. Okay, so, we're going to jump into this. Carlos is going to issue us a challenge, starting off with DD already. I didn't expect the Lopunny lead. I should have, because it's a strong lead. But I was so set on getting my sticky webs out there, just to slow it down. But obviously, I am not keeping Lady Cobra in against DD over there, who's gonna Mega Evolve, who's obviously gonna go for a Fake Out. Like, this... Leavanny was made to set up webs and kill Metagross, not get one hit KO'd by Mega Lopunny. So we're gonna go straight into Dr. Sawbones, who just brushes it off with his Sawbones. And Sandslash is all about tanking this thing. We are max defense, max HP, gonna throw our rocks out there. And so far, so good. I don't think his team has any dedicated removal outside of Aerodactyl. And I can't talk today. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning, guys. Come on. But just as I expected, Mega Aerodactyl was coming out. We need to put the pressure on this thing. A little fun fact about this Sandslash, it has Stealth Rock, Rapid Spin, Earthquake, and Toxic, because I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not that good of a Genner. Toxic was going to be knockoff, but I realized I didn't have 100% faith in myself to gen it with a transfer move and have it work the first attempt. So I thought we'd play it safe, we'll use Toxic over knockoff, and we'll just see what happens. I cannot hit half of his team with this Sandslash. But he switches out, and we're not about that life. We're going to send him brain damage. Unfortunately, we both switched, and that was a terrible matchup, so we're just going to double back into Rhiannon. Can't double back into something that wasn't out yet. We're going to go into Rhiannon. But he made a very fine prediction there. Goes for the U-turn, and he's able to set himself up with some switch initiative. And I'm thinking, oh my god, the Metagross, it's not weak enough for me to throw a Shadow Ball at it yet. The thing is gonna come out and just tear shit up, and I'm not prepared for that. I'm not. Rhiannon doesn't want that. Look at her, she's sitting all pretty, and with her ribbons, which is actually skin, because Sylveon's a freak. But we're gonna switch out. We don't want to be there. Who does want to be there is Brain Damage, the Slowking, rocking that weird little mutant shelter on his head. Gonna eat a Meteor Mash, and it's not too bad. We are very specially defensive, so considering he ate that, I'm happy. But I feel like this is a prime time for me to go for a Scald, but he's gonna go for the Earthquake and take a little over half of my max HP. And I'm thinking, oh my god, Slowking cannot eat this. So, based off of the damage it just did, he should knock us down to a couple points. I assumed he was going to go for another Earthquake, because why not? This was either a prediction, or he just wanted to test his luck, because he goes for the Meteor Mash as we switch into the Killer Clown, and Gengar's dead before it even gets to make a move. What is that? What? But, I figure this is the perfect point for us to go into Lady Cobra, and just go for that hard knockoff, and not only do we get the ability to smack this thing in the face with a Leaf Hand, but we get the crit. I'm gonna go on record and assume the crit mattered, because he had more than 70% HP. But Flying Barney's gonna come back. Lady Cobra cannot deal with an Aerodactyl. It cannot happen. We're gonna get right the fuck out of there and go for Dr. Sawbones, who, oh no, I forgot, cannot hit an Aerodactyl. Oh man. This match was just... I should have prepared so much better than I did for this. At this rate, it's 5-on-5, so it's not looking terrible. It's not looking terrible at all. And the poison's taking us toll. We're going to get out of there, because I physically can't touch this thing. We're going to go back into brain damage. Because there was a split second where I thought, this is physically defensive. We can do this. Luckily, that Stone Edge misses. And that tells me that, okay, He's probably not going to defog. If he had defog, he probably would have used it already. This is a safe point for us to go for a Scald. Throws a Stone Edge out there, and it does so much damage. I can't imagine what would happen if the first had hit, or the second had critted. But luckily, Flying Barney goes down to a Scald. Slowking is not looking too healthy, but not looking too bad either. Especially since we have that Regenerator. He's going to go into Baby Blue, which is going to be the Azumarill, and I don't know why. I didn't expect it to go for the knockoff. I don't know. I don't even remember what I clicked, but I just remember thinking, oh my god, it gets that. That was not a bad play. It does learn knockoff. But we see that we don't actually see anything. I don't know why I said that. But I went into Leavanny, going for a Leaf Blade. I want to catch this thing off guard, but he switches into Fat Albert with Snorlax, and I arched my fingers and I said, yes, good. Because Fat Albert, after Rocks damage, is not going to take a Leaf Blade very well from a max attack Leavanny. And to be perfectly honest, I think that Leavanny, like, I don't know, I feel like it's very underrated. This is honestly my first time using it, but it has yet to disappoint me. It's got very strong attack, good utility. Its HP is surprisingly good for its typing, but DD's coming back out, and Leavanny can't deal with the DD, so we're going to go back into Dr. Sawbones, who can deal with the DD. And he's going to hit with a return, which is going to do, like, nothing, because Dr. Sawbones don't care. But here, I'm thinking, okay, he's going to switch. He's not going to want to take an Earthquake, but he stays and go for the Ice Punch. That was a ballsy move. It really was, and I have respect for that. Like, I like people who are just going to be like, whatever, let's just do it. Let's get there. Let's get there as hard as we can. And he did. Because if I had thought he'd stayed in, I would have gone for the Earthquake. But I predicted the Hydreigon switch and just threw a Toxic out there. And because of that, we are going to lose Dr. Sawbones this turn. And that upsets me. But he does go for the return. That finishes off Dr. Sawbones. And he did his job. He got the rocks up. He got 2 Mons poisoned. And that's all I could ask for him. That's all he was made to do, was eat hits and poison things. But Sanitize Automate also made it very possible for your Puritania, the Choice Scarf Salamence, to come in and finish that Mega Lopunny off. And that's just a giant relief for me. That Mega Lop was a strain on my heartstrings. But he's bringing the Cerberus out, which after seeing it use U-turn, I'm forced to assume it is also Scarfed. And I'm locked into Aerial Ace. I ran a calc. Aerial Ace does not do enough to kill at this level, and I didn't want to leave Salamence just yet. So we're going to switch back into Rhiannon. And, oh god, this turn, I really thought he was going to go into a Azumarill. And I thought, I don't need to do that yet. I'm going to go into Leavanny, catch it off guard, and hit it with a Leaf. But no! He just went for a Draco Meteor against my Sylveon. Like, either that's very, very good predicting, or he was just trying to sack off the Hydreigon since it was Scarfed and he didn't want to get locked. Either way, that was an upsetting death, because, oh man, I really could have used that Leavanny against the Azumarill. But we are going to go back into Rhiannon. He, again, does not switch, and just kind of eats the Hyper Voice, which tells me that he was trying to sack it off. Which I feel like is a legitimate play. I do. It's not bad. But this Big Blue's going to come in. It's going to eat some Stealth Rock damage. And I got my fingers crossed. I'm thinking, okay, it's already taken some Stealth Rock. We can go for a Hyper Voice. Take it down way farther than I thought it would. And it's going to eat that Citrus Berry. But he does go for the Belly Drum. Not a physical attack. And that really just, that made me feel a lot better. Because we can just finish off this Azumarill with another Hyper Voice. And fortunately, that is going to be game. We did beat Carlos 2-0. Carlos, thank you for the match. That was the sacking your Hydreigon was such a great play because I still won, but I could have won a 3-0 if I'd known that's what you're doing. So it kind of helped you out, and I have respect for your playstyle. I do. I like people who are upfront and in your face. And I feel like it really paid off. But guys, I will see you next week. We have a match with Draco and Brighton Bronzor, so look forward to that one. We're good friends, so we're already prepping for each other with each other. So it's bound to be a fun time. Until then, I will see you guys later. Have a good one.